I wish you an amazing 2025. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How has the holiday been? I hope it's an amazing one. Okay, so I don't want to waste our time. So let's just get to work. It's a good thing that we're starting with this new year. So you can always remember to add this to your goal. So in the last webinar, I think we were able to like touch some areas, and I've shared the slide to the YouTube in case, just for the sake of those who are trying to catch up on everything. So today I'm just going to focus on. I'm going to spend a lot of time on several pages. I'm going to start with LinkedIn. I'm starting with LinkedIn. So are you ready? Should we proceed? Are you ready? So I'm just going straight to you. Don't forget, we are trying to discuss on how to get jobs and the best way to position yourself for jobs. And I've been able to share some quick tricks on how you can be able to increase your chances of getting your dream job. And that is basically what we are going to be talking about. That is basically what we are going to be discussing. So I'm starting with LinkedIn, but before I come to this job section, let me go to this home page. And don't forget, there is this particular statement that I usually make, which is everything that I'm sharing with you are things that you and I are already familiar with. So sometimes you may just don't know that it's possible. So on the home page here, there's so many groups on LinkedIn, groups that you can join. I'm only connected to two groups. Like let me zoom in so you can see this clearly. Okay, I'm only connected to two groups. This one has 1,704, more than 100,000. This is over a million people. This is even my favorite of all. So one of the benefits of a group on LinkedIn is mainly for recognition. You don't need to don't even bug people so that LinkedIn will not spam or block or suspend your account. You don't need to be sending invitations to anybody. It's as simple as whenever you want to post on LinkedIn, you can always try to post to a group that you belong to. So when you post to, one of the interesting thing about this page is they would always react. So far you are sharing information that you abide by their rules, they would connect you to definitely connect you to bigger opportunities. So you can see different posts. I'm very sure, and of course, for every post you make, they would have to approve. There has to be an approver. So if they approve your post, I think it takes less than 24 hours. Most of the most of the groups that have been it takes less than 24 hours. They approve it. Once they approve it, so far you are sharing good content, they will definitely interact. And once they interact with you, it's a big chances people will definitely reach out. People will definitely get in touch. They will be the one to send you the connections. So you don't need to connect and start like, if you come here now and you say you want to have all these 900,000, you don't need to do all this. You don't need to send any invites. They will be the one to send invite to you with you. It's one of the biggest, and there are so many groups that you can join. There are a lot of groups, and one LinkedIn would do for you when you're trying to search for groups is that it would target just target and share your groups that are related to your skill set, so you don't even need to type in anything. As you can see, social media marketing group, about 3 million members. And you know what a group would do for you? It increase your chances of getting jobs, expanding your network. The only thing there is that you need to communicate. You would have to be there. You have to communicate, even if you don't post, at least comment, and just try and keep in touch. So if you do that, it's one of the biggest and the most amazing chances of getting a job. Are you with me? Give me an emoji. Let me know if you're with me. I'm hoping others will join us. Great. I'm hoping others will join us. So that's it for the group. So let me go back to the home page. So another thing on the home page before we get to the job, sometimes some of these some of these recruiters or people who work at startup companies, they tend to post jobs even on they post jobs instead of going through the job section. Sometimes they just post on jobs like that. They do it as well on Twitter too. So it's just as you can just let me just try something out. Front end, let me say front end engineer or front end, let's just say front end developer. So people tend to post jobs on LinkedIn regularly. So all these ones are still from the job section. So sometimes you might get to see job postings on this page. It's even very common on LinkedIn and on Twitter. So if you just take your time, scroll through, you would definitely come across. And let me scroll from this and see all posts. You'd only target posts. You target post, and there are certain keywords that you can use here. Keywords like "we are hiring." It's a very common keyword. It's a very very common keyword, and it's the same keyword that you can use on Twitter. That's the X app. It's the same one you can use even on Google. You see, we're hiring, come work with me. This is an event coordinator. So with this, you can tend to see jobs that fall into your category. So you would definitely see post updates, and you can try to work on your filter, and then just let it focus on latest and recent posts. You can even work on the date settings here, so it can filter to recent posts. You won't have to go far away. You can just do past. Let's do past week instead of 24 hours, because most of 24 hours posts will probably be Happy New Year post. This is a job here. This is a job here. So this kind of jobs, they don't really go directly into the job platform. So, and you can easily get in touch with whoever is posting. This is a page. This is a company page posting it. Sometimes individuals can post. You can see we're hiring a scrum master. You can easily reach out to this kind of a person, and sometimes there is already a direct email. Sending resumes and CV to a direct email is even much more better than trying to fill a form and expect responses. So you can see people definitely post jobs here. Very quick, very easy. You can see we are hiring, and you can as well still just go ahead and then just input something. So this concept alone, if you spend time on this, you are definitely going to get so many job applications that you can jump on. Let me open Twitter. Let's try this on Twitter. Okay, this is the Twitter. Let's try this on Twitter before we proceed. Let me open x.com. Then I'm going to show you some Twitter accounts that you can follow for jobs. Like, these people post jobs regularly, like every day. Okay, I will still go back to LinkedIn. I just want to experiment that same concept on LinkedIn, on Twitter rather. Okay, so this is Twitter, and I'm sure you know that Twitter now has a job board as well. So x.com/jobs. I would also open that out, but most of the jobs, they are mostly international job, but really it doesn't stop us from searching for jobs. So this is Twitter. You can also follow the same concept, and it has its own filter option. You can say we are hiring. Let me say something like hiring, let's say, a business analyst. And you can do the same concept on Google directly. You would definitely see these are positions. Now hiring finance analyst, and then this is data analyst. So there are different kinds of jobs. You see these HRCs. She's one of the people that you should follow on Twitter if you are really looking out for jobs. But most of the jobs that she posts are mostly Nigerian jobs, so it's not really a bad option. There is someone else too. There is Aramide. Let me see if I can find jobs with Aramide. And she posts regularly as well. I can send you their direct Twitter link on maybe on WhatsApp. So these accounts post jobs regularly. They post jobs like every day. There was one other guy like that too. I will just make a list of all these people that you can follow. But most of their jobs are Nigerian jobs, and they're remote. There are a lot of remote jobs there that you can easily get connected to. So you can make use of the Twitter search option. Just search for the skill you are looking for. This keyword is actually one of the strongest keywords there. We are hiring, and then you just put in the skill that you are searching for. You would see a lot of job postings that has been tweeted, and you can just start doing a follow up, either make a comment. But when you're making a comment, try to just be direct, be quick. The same thing applies on LinkedIn. So you don't need to say, I'm interested, I have so years of skills. We are not really interested in it. So there are two ways. It is either the person click on your profile to check your LinkedIn profile, or you just drop in a link in the comment. Link works quickly. If you drop a link to your portfolio in the comment, whoever sees it, at least if you're just dropping a link, you'd have to just put in a very short sentence, your skill set. And your sentences can be as short as your skill set and your experience. Just, or like you just, okay, if it's a coding role, okay, i'm a react I'm a react JS expert for with over 3 years of experience. Here is my portfolio. Just drop in something direct. No need to like put in. It's a very common mistake that most people make. They start writing epistles. I've been on so this thing, this I am that. Nobody really cares about all of those information. You are this, you are that. They don't want to know. They don't want to know, because and the reason is because there are so many people who are also applying, bidding for a job. Everybody's applying for a job. So if you're writing so many epistles, this is not Upwork, this is not Fiverr. If you're writing epistles, nobody is going to read it. So if you just put in something direct and quick, put in something quick, it's in two ways. The person might just can just be as easy as just going through, because a lot of people would definitely comment. It can just be as simple as clicking on the person's profile and checking through everything that you have, your experiences and everything. And sometimes they may not even click on the profile. They could just click on the link that you provided. So commenting on job posting is very, very, and especially for, there are some job postings that you'd see. Like there was one that I saw earlier. Let me backspace it. There are some job posting that you'd see. This kind of job posting, all you just have to do is, let me just look at this, for example. And this is a good one. Now look at this. Apply today by emailing so and be part of something amazing. Now this, you don't even need to comment on this. Just go ahead and apply. So if you're sending a job, if you're sending your resume or portfolio for a job posting, of course, you need to craft a cover letter. And what does your cover letter explain? Your cover letter should be more focused on your strength, your career strength, that is related to the job that you are applying for. Like for example, what job is this one? Looking for a passionate, dedicated program director. So now for this, now you have to, in the cover letter, it includes. I'll try and get you a template for now. You can craft a cover letter quickly. Please. I'll try and get a template on how you can craft a cover letter quickly. That will make it very, very easy. So it's just, the structure of a cover letter is just more of like a brief background about your career background, your experiences, your skill set. Now, if you've worked on projects that are actually successful projects, and they are out there, even if they don't even have a website, maybe they have a really good social account and their account is really growing and growing and growing. That kind of, just include them, let them know, even if it's a side project that you're working on and it's really, really going fine. Just be confident to include these things in your cover letter. Then at the end of it, then you attach your resume and then a link to your portfolio. So that cover letter is one of the things that increase your chances of getting a job, because gone are those days that you send an email, you just say please find the attached resume, and then you expect them to actually click on your resume. The cover letter speaks a lot. I will try and get us a template for that. So let me go inside I'm inside the job section right now. Now this was where I was in the last class. So let me just and don't forget what I told us. If you're applying for jobs and you're targeting international jobs, just put in Nigeria. It doesn't mean that if you try other countries it doesn't work. It does work. But that is except if they are open to employ from our country. So if they are not open to employ from our country, it won't even work. But this concept is like the best. So let me just do product manager Nigeria. So let's do product manager Nigeria. Now there's some of this. Even this is a Nigerian company and is remote. It's not a bad option. This one is not a Nigerian company. Now this is a good deal. Anybody should apply for this. This is a good deal. And it was posted 3 days, over 100 applicants. So how do you really even look at this is the hiring team. This is the person who posted the job. You can send a message to this person. This person is a recruiter. So the person may or may not be working for this lead tech company. So it doesn't stop you from reaching out to this person. And before you can reach out, you should have at least applied for the job first. You'd have to go through the responsibilities, be sure you meet up the criteria, look through every of the responsibilities and everything they are requesting from you. Be sure you can actually do this. Is looking like a lot of work already, but be sure you can actually do all of this that is being listed here. If you are confident on it, I think the next thing you should just do is look at their flexible time. Their timing is not bad. 7 to 9:30 a.m., 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's not looking really bad. It's a flexible work. I like the idea. It's a flexible work and it's really good. It's a really, really good one. These are the kind of people, these are the kind of businesses that would pay Nigerians to work remotely. So look at the next thing you should just do is come here, click on their page. So once you click on their page, it will give you ideas on just to check what they do, have a better understanding of what you're trying to apply for. It's even in Barcelona, Spain. These people will pay, they will definitely pay heroes. And look at it, they said they have 82 jobs opening. So looking at this alone, look at the jobs they've posted. They've posted a lot of jobs, and I'm sure if you go to their website, you would see the same job posting. So if you click on show all jobs, you would see all the jobs that they have readily available. Now if you come to the people section, you'd see people who are currently working at this company. But of course, there are different kind of scamming on LinkedIn right now, that people just fake everything. But you can still be able to find the right people. These are people who work. This guy is even a Nigerian. These are people who work with this company, so you can easily find someone that you can communicate with. But whoever you're going to communicate with has to be, at least to be sure this is a Nigerian, at least ask questions. Be sure. There was a time I was trying to apply for a job via Brain Trust. When I was going through, I saw a guy that I've been following on LinkedIn. He was also here. I had to just send him a message that just give me tips, and just try to, what are the chances of actually get the first question I asked him was, what are the chances of actually getting the job? So, and his response was very helpful. Then so it's very, very, very helpful to take your time. You don't need to, don't be like people who tend to apply for hundreds of applications every day. No, I'm not saying you should not be aggressive about job applications, but people who apply for so many jobs every day, once they see a job, this is mobile product manager, then just go ahead, easy apply. You don't go through the necessary, because if you are just doing and clicking and applying, and then moving on, your chances of getting the job is very, very low, because you are not even checking any information. You have to take your time. If it's just 3 jobs that you applied for the whole day, you are okay, because you took your time. You try to reach out to the necessary people that you could reach out to. You try to talk to people, reach out to recruiters. Now, one of the advantages of talking to recruiters is, even if you are not going to get a job, they already have you in mind. And when you are reaching out to recruiter, don't look like someone who is begging for a job. You are a professional at what you do. You are just trying to communicate with someone who has a larger network of companies. So you have to communicate with this person professionally. Just see it as you trying to sell yourself to someone. So start a friendly conversation. Start a friendly conversation. Hello, Maria. I notice you are a good recruiter. Something, something, something. Just be casual. Casual. Your work is in something. Just a random kind of conversation. Create a good rapport between you and the recruiter. So even if the person is not going to, you're not going to get the job eventually. Definitely, they would come reach out to you one day that there is a job opening. Would you be interested? And then, if you get that kind of offer, it's a direct thing. I promise you that. I show you that. So no need rushing all those things. Let me know if you are with me. Drop me a thumbs up, a chat. If you have any question, yeah, great. No question. So we still have so many links to cover. So as I was saying, this is another one. This is another one. This is product manager. It's also an European country, European company rather. Okay, look at this person again. This is the person who posted the job, the hiring team. So this person definitely works at the company. This person sure works at the company, and over 100 people has applied, but doesn't really stop you from applying. So it's the same procedure. Take your time, study the page, observe the description. You can see, please click on the link and fill up the form. Now you see this. This is kind of a thing now. For those who actually just click and apply, that is how you miss out on so many things. Look at this area now. There's actually a link that you have to click, and this link goes directly, is a Google Form link. So they will definitely attend to the Google Form link before they attend to the LinkedIn updates, because the Google Form was created by them, and there must have been a reason why they created it. And what I could think of is, when you use Google Form to accept job applications, definitely, in fact, let's just open it just for my assumptions to be correct. So I just want to be sure. This is it. Please complete this. Can you see? Please complete the screening task below and submit within 4 days. Visit this platform. So you have to actually take a test before you can apply for any job. So this has a 4 days limitation to complete it, and I'm sure it's not going to be a complex thing. It could be something like record a video of yourself explaining who you are, what you do, and all that. But when you find yourself in a situation where most jobs like that is what they do now. They might want you to just take a few minutes to introduce yourself. But what kind of information do you share? What kind of things do you say? It's just like the way you are crafting your cover letter. So you're introducing yourself, who you are, what you do, and what you're very good at. Those are the kind of informations that they want from you. Look at. So this is where you attach your file. This is not even this is a video here. 5 minutes video representation of you sharing your ideas from tax one. So, but of course, if you're applying for jobs, you're definitely going to find yourself in positions like this where you take several tests before you can get chances of jobs at all. So these things are that is why you don't have to rush any job. Take your time and apply for these jobs. Now, another thing is, when you're applying for a job on any platform, you have to be present on that platform. What do I mean by being present? Like LinkedIn, for example, they will check your LinkedIn profile. Every job applications now, they would always ask you of your LinkedIn profile. They want to see it. So you have to be present. You have to be active on LinkedIn to be able to catch up on so many things. Because if they check your profile and you haven't even posted in a year or two, it doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't even mean that you have to post every day. Just not for the sake of the likes or following or anything. Just to be present in that profile. So if you're using Twitter to apply for jobs, you have to be present on Twitter as well. Okay, so, and the final thing on LinkedIn for now is like this job search that I did here, product manager Nigeria. You see this alert here, you could just trigger the alert. Once you trigger the alert, they would always notify you. Most times LinkedIn send several jobs every day. They will send it to your email directly every day. Click on the link, it brings you to this page. Then you can take. You don't even need to come to. They need to come to LinkedIn all the time. You can easily just access it from your email address, and then boom, you can just start applying. So you can search for any skill. You see this pop-up notification here to set up an alert, and they would always reach out to you. So yeah, part of one final part here is the resume. So you remember I think this is it. This Chrome extension that I introduced the last time. This If you use this career flow to optimize your LinkedIn profile, you can actually use it to create a resume, to create a really good resume for yourself. So once you've completed the whole optimization, you can, I think it's somewhere here. Is it resources? Aha, this is it. So you could just click on save to profile. So it will save to PDF rather. So it will just convert every of the information you have here, convert it into a proper resume for you. Because the AI has already helped you optimize your LinkedIn, and it's really good to have that kind of a thing as your resume. Hope I'm making sense. So the next one I want to talk about is Y Combinator. So I'm done with LinkedIn for now, but if there's anything, if I have anything left regarding LinkedIn that I would want to share, I'll definitely share. So this is Y Combinator. Let me know if you can still see my screen. Coming. Okay, I think it's fine. I'm coming. Okay, Y Combinator. Like I said, Y Combinator is an accelerator program. So what they do there is most founders, software companies that are out there looking for funding, they want to get funded so that they can boost their company chances. That is basically what and to apply as a founder, there is a kind of a form that you'd have to fill. So after filling the form, you create a profile, you create a good profile. If you have a co-founder, you include the details. If you don't, you can always leave that blank. They can even, in fact, on the platform there, you can get a co-founder there. So it's a really, really good program, and they've been there for a really long time. And there are so many Nigerian companies, Nigerian startup companies that fall in this, that have taken advantage of Y Combinator, like a lot. And we have Nigerians abroad too that have applied for Y Combinator. So Y Combinator now has a job platform. You can see these are lots of jobs here. I could just click on find a job. Now the interesting thing about Y Combinator, like I said in the last class, is you get to communicate with the founder himself or herself. You get to communicate with the founder directly. So all you just have to do is search for a job, any kind of job that interests you. This is the search section here. Search for any jobs that interest you, and then go ahead and just apply. And most of them usually don't usually attach links for application, so it gives you the opportunity to just communicate with the founder. So you can go ahead, create a profile. You definitely need to create a profile. So you have to create a profile. After creating a profile, you can see so many jobs. These are jobs. This is a product manager role. This one is looking for a senior software engineer. We don't have business today. So it's very, very easy to get jobs here. And if they would pay or they would not pay, you see all the details and information here. You can see this one is interview. There's already an interview process active for this. So look at prices here. They are definitely going to pay. They are not free jobs, and they are going to give equity between 0.50% to 1.50%. This is another one. So they're even giving equity. So if you get if you are lucky enough to get opportunity of working with companies where you get equity, it's a big win for you. So this is one of let me open this. This is one of the best. It's one of the best and quicker way to get jobs. So this is one. Let me just open this one. So product manager at Big Flow. It's an Asian. It's Indian. And this is not bad though. It's an Indian company. And see full time remote, and they never said anything like they are really interested in someone from a specific country or so. So you don't really have any you don't really have any issues with that. So anybody can apply for this. Anybody can apply for this. So can you see? Once you click on apply, start a conversation with the team. Sometimes you can be talking directly to you definitely communicating directly to someone. So and it's just 50 characters. So you have to be precise with what you're saying. You have to be precise. You have to be quick. So the link, someone is asking for the link. Let me just copy. Let me copy and then just paste. I'm coming. Share the link right now. So Y Combinator has just go there, create a profile. It's very quick and easy. It's not as stressful as I've dropped the link. It's not as stressful as all of that job boards. So the only issue there is that you are trying to sell yourself within 50 characters. So I don't know how you want to do it. So I don't know how you don't know how you want to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it. But it has to be okay. Someone is asking a question. Does not have no. Y Combinator does not have virtual assistant as a job role. No, they don't. Most of the companies on Y Combinator are startup companies. So it's not really. I doubt it. You may not be able to find virtual assistants on Y Combinator. You might find some. I find core technical roles, the coding roles, the product management, business analysis, data analysis, and the likes. Those are the kind of roles that you would find on Y Combinator. But like I said, you'd have to create a profile. So this is very easy, and this is a kind of option that you can really opt in for. No stress, and every information is very easy. If they're not going to employ, you would know, they would communicate. But the thing is, if you don't hear from any one of them, then you just let it go. But it's a really good offer if you can get a job via places like this, because every company here, they are either applying for a job, they are either applying for funding, or they already applied for funding. They might have gotten funded. Okay, someone is raising their hand. You can unmute.
Let's ask a question.
Oh, okay.
For the
Good evening.
said we can get a job here. I don't know if you know anyone that's gotten a job on this platform. And
Oh,
what is the hiring process like? Since we are limited to characters and things.
yeah. I have a friend who got a job there, who got a job on Y Combinator, and although the startup company joined at the time, they were not paying. So they had even indicated it in the application. They only offered equity, and at that point in time, they were just applying. They were just starting to apply for Y Combinator. I have another friend too who just joined the company that is about to apply for Y Combinator. So the process is just like what it did here in this quick update here is just to sell himself, be able to tell us, this is what you do, and you have skills like this. Or yeah, that was how it was. So this is what you do. This is what he does. These are the skills that you have, and then so if they are going to give a chance, they would respond, and once they respond, they have their own interview process, and the way their interview process works is they will give you an actual test just to be sure that yes, you say you are skilled at this particular role, then you should be able to show it that you can do it. So they would always give you a kind of a short test. If you are applying for a coding role, they'll give you a coding job to do, just a very short or small problem solving task to just do. And if it's a different role, they will definitely just, just the test run is majorly is the most common process. So after that, that is when you now jump into the next phase, properly talking to someone, communicating with someone. But the interview process is between 2 and 3 different phases. Then after that, you are in. So it's just 2 to 3 different places. So creating profile here is not really complex as well. So it's not really complex. It's very very easy and straightforward. Okay, moving on. Okay, the next link on my slide is tweet the Twitter jobs. It's just like the LinkedIn. They recently started this, so I I've never really used it before. And I've never really used it. I've used it, but I've never really applied for jobs here before. So let me just try it out. Then location. Let me say United States. So I've never really used this before. I mean, the one time I saw it was someone tweeting about it. Then I just went to check it out. Just searched for random jobs, and I didn't really apply. I didn't actually apply. So you can always try this out too. It's really a good. Let me try Nigeria to see if now the most common job search concept that I've done on Twitter that really works is to use the Twitter search, not even the jobs, and that is looking for you're hiring a particular role that I showed us earlier. That concept has actually worked a lot. It has actually worked a lot. In fact, you would see some tweets where they will specifically mention that they want Nigerians. We are looking for so skill, country specific Nigeria. So it's a very common thing on Twitter, and these are actually Nigerian jobs here on Twitter. This is a really good one. These are Nigerian jobs on Twitter. This is a good one. This is a good one. So you can also try this out. X.com. I will package all the links, all the entire links, and then I will share so you can just take your time, check them out. So the more job links you have, the more the chances of deciding on which one you want to go for. But for me, I use LinkedIn, Y Combinator, and Well Found. Those are my top 3 job links. The LinkedIn, the Y Combinator I showed us earlier, and the Well Found. I'll show us Well Found after this. After this, Remotive. This is remotive.co. Basically, about 90% of the jobs on Remotive are remote roles. They were remote roles. They are still remote roles, but now they have been able to add a different kind of option on their this thing these days. Like, for example, now this kind of job this kind of job has been I've been seeing this senior independent software for a very long time now. Okay, this is okay, and this one is saying worldwide, so they are open to apply. They're open to employ anybody from any country at all. But there's some this was what I'm looking for. Now this is America's. So this kind of job, it could still be remote, but they are only interested in someone from America. So except you see this tag that says worldwide. So don't even try to stress yourself trying to apply for jobs outside your country. You can see this one says USA only. So don't even try. This is worldwide. So when you try to, let me just search for, let's do product design. So for product designers, you can, I'm sure you know, you can actually apply for jobs on Dribble. So for Dribble, yeah, you can do that. You can do the same thing on Behance. You can do the same thing on Behance, but Dribble and Behance now is a very competitive platform. So if you are going to be applying as a designer, if you're going to be applying on Dribble and Behance, then your profile has to have enough portfolios in it. You don't even need any external portfolio. Your Behance profile or your Dribble profile would tell a lot. In fact, they could even just actually enter your DM directly and offer you a job. So, as a designer, you don't even need to come through all this LinkedIn and everything. Just go and sit on the Dribble, post all your jobs, and when you're posting your jobs, you have to like package it to look really attractive. They look really, really attractive, and you can easily apply for jobs directly on Dribble. I will try and open those platforms. So now you can see this is lead product designer USA. This is another one, India, UK. So but of course, if you check through the job description, if there's anything like they are open to employ people from any part of the world, then it's fine. But if you are seeing all this, you're not seeing worldwide, it's just keep it. But before now, there were so many remote jobs around that 2021, 2020, the COVID-19 period down to 2021, 2022. There were so many worldwide options on remotive, but now they've really, really streamlined to people from their countries. But there are still some companies here that would still apply. I would still even employ people from our country. Yeah. Okay, hope you are with me. So the next one here is remote.co. Now I don't really enjoy remote.co, but I will still share it. I don't really enjoy remote.co. I think it's a premium platform. Yeah, it is a premium platform. I don't really enjoy it that much though. But let me just check this out. It's a premium platform. So don't worry, I would share every single one of these links. I'll drop it in the WhatsApp. Of course, just like every other platform, most of their jobs are they're remote roles. So I don't really enjoy it. I haven't really applied for any jobs yet, let alone getting emails and interviews. So I've never really applied for jobs yet. But remote.co, I've heard that it's a really good platform, a really good one, a really nice one. So you can as well check it out. I wouldn't spend much time on it because I haven't really used it. It's almost the same as Glassdoor. They have so many international they have so many international roles there that you can't tell. You won't be able to decide or be sure there are there are jobs that are meant for us here in our country. But if the moment you step out of this country, you can apply for any job in any location. Because so far you're not in Africa. Even if you are in a place like Turkey, you can definitely apply for any job in USA. Still operating, still working there remotely. I have someone like that, and she has been with the company for over I think over 4 years now. The company is in the US, and she has never really been there, but she's based in Turkey, so it has a really big chances there. Okay, so the this one is just Google search. Google search. So you can just it's just as simple as front end remote jobs. So Google search is also a good way. So now one of the thing about Google search is it would randomly, how Google search work, how the search engine index so many sites. So it would pick jobs from different links, from different links. This is over 87 jobs. You don't need to come down to, if you can see LinkedIn, you don't need to go there. You don't even need to just focus on the job updates that Google shares with you. It would just share you recent jobs, and all you just have to do is click on each job. It would open informations at the right sidebar, and then you just follow up on it. So I use Google search a lot. let's go search a lot for jobs, like a lot. Any kind of roles you will definitely see, because there are so many job boards that even we are not so much familiar with. And for that reason, if you use Google search, it will target you to the right job, to target you to the right jobs, and you can easily just go ahead and okay. I have someone asking a question. Okay. Now there are data entry roles. There are data entry roles. You can see data entry roles on Twitter. You can see data entry roles on LinkedIn. Even right here on Google, you definitely see data entry role. Okay, is this the same website? Yes. This work at a startup.com is the same link as the Y Combinator. This is just the direct link to get job. Okay, is this a site or it's so yeah, it's under X. It's under Twitter. Is x.com/jobs. It was recently added during when Elon Musk took over Twitter. As a VA, aside Upwork, what other site? I think as a virtual assistant, aside from Upwork, LinkedIn is your best shot. And as a virtual assistant, I for me, I think your your focus should be more focused on actually reaching out to people, communicating with people, trying to get in touch with people. So the trick is looking at people's profile. You'll be doing cold DMs. So you're reaching out to people, looking at their profile. I have some resources that I can share with you. You can send me a DM after the class. So it's a kind of roadmap that you can work with, follow up on. So you would have to like study these people to be sure they actually need to be sure they actually need the they need a virtual assistant. At least when you look at their profile, you see what they do, you can then make an offer to them that this is what you do, and just and your DMs, your code DMs has to be straightforward, of course. Like this is what you do, and this is how you can help them. At least something very very convincing. So your role would involve actually communicating with people. Okay, have you heard of flex job? Yes, I've heard of flex job. I've heard of flex job. Flex job actually employ. There's some job roles there that employ Nigerians. Yes, I've seen Nigerian job roles of flex jobs, and flex job is not even the premium. It's not even a premium platform now. So, but I've never really applied for any jobs there. Randomly check. I just randomly look through flex job. So I just randomly look through flex job. Flex job is not really bad. It's not really bad. You can try it out. But most of the jobs on flex job, they are international rules, which is not really bad too. But I've seen Nigerian jobs on the platform before, like very well. Mhm. I've seen Nigerian jobs here, like very well. I'm trying to open it and see. Oh, okay. Oh, you can check out Flex Jobs. Flex Jobs has been in existence for a very long time. They've been in existence a very long time. You can even use Google Direct. Just search for the skill you are looking for, then put Flex Jobs in front of it. Let me do that. In fact, let me say product manager. Then just say flex jobs. You can do the same with Indeed. You can do the same with LinkedIn. But I have to indicate. Okay, I got a response, but I would actually prefer to just say job roles. This is much. This is a lot much better. So I have resources that include over 150 job platforms, but we don't really need so many job platforms. You only need the ones that would on increase your chances on getting jobs. So the advantage or the benefit of having that long list is just so that you have many options that you can try on. But the main important ones are the LinkedIn and these little ones that I've shared with us so far. So yeah, let me go to. I would stop at I'll stop at this well found. Okay, I still have to work remotely. I will stop at work remotely. So this is well found. Uh-huh. This is well found. So well found is almost the same as Y Combinator, just a little bit of difference. Well found is a platform that serves as an intermediary between the founder and investors. So the difference between Y Combinator and this is that Y Combinator is an accelerator program. So investors come together, put in their money into Y Combinator, and the Y Combinator takes this fund. So there is a way. It's like Y Combinator is like a venture capitalism system. But Well Fund has so many angel investors. So individuals who has money can look for companies, startup companies that have potentials, and they can invest directly with them without having to go through any organizations or go under any organizations. So and Well Fund has so many. There are a lot of African jobs here, like a lot. I use Well Fund very well. I use Well Fund very well, like a lot. You can easily just search for any remote roles. I'll send the link as well. Wellfound.com. They were mostly called Angel List before. So the name was recently changed, I think last year. It was changed last year. So Wellfound is also a very big platform that you can. So like I said, my top three job sites is okay, Sam Altman. Yes, Sam Altman was in Y Combinator. Yes, it was. It was. So my top three is LinkedIn, the Y Combinator, and this. These are my top three. Then I can include we work remotely as well into it. We work remotely too as bigger you have bigger chances there. Then Indeed too is not really a bad option. Indeed is not really a bad option, but well found as a really I have used it. I've used it for opportunities and it's really it's just like you can see the way they arranged everything here. So this is remote only and they're definitely going to pay. So you just have to search, but you'd have to create a profile. It will prompt you to create an actual profile before you can be able to apply for any kind of job. So you have to create a profile. Then the profile creation almost looks like the way we create on LinkedIn. So sometimes they could just request for your CV, and then once you upload your CV, they use your CV to fill up your profile. So you don't have to go